I have learnt over the last 6 years on a low-fat raw vegan diet that I need structure, very strict structure as a compulsive overeater. I've tried doing intuitive eating, I've tried all sorts of different ways of doing this, and I find that for me, I get very easily sidetracked into thinking that I can just eat whatever. And in fact, I get extremely triggered by if I was to consume a piece of bread tomorrow, I would be off to the races, just eating whatever and binging. So, more recently, over the last 18 months, I have combined my raw vegan diet with a bright line eating plan. And that's really, really helped me stay on track with my diet. So what I do every evening is I plan my food. After dinner, I write my food down in a diary like this one, and I plan it in Chronometer, then I write it down, and then I don't go into Chronometer for the rest of the day. I take a picture of my food plan, I post it on our private Facebook page, and we go from there. So once I've committed my food, I don't make any changes unless, something's gone off or, an emergency happens. I keep my food the same as what I had in my plan. And this really, really helps just get rid of all the head garbage that goes on. Whatever I need to do to stay on my plan, I do that. I get the support that I need. And this gives me so much freedom. I don't have to think about food. I don't have to think about whether I've eaten too much or not enough, or whether my weight's going up or whether my weight's going down. It just gives me the best sense of freedom and allows me to focus on other things. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
All right, so I just want to show you what I'm having this morning for breakfast, because a lot of people are quite amused at literally the volume of food I can eat. And if you're used to eating a little bowl of muesli or something like that for breakfast, which I was for many years, it can be quite an adjustment. Your stomach does need to stretch a little, but our stomachs are quite elastic and we can accommodate that. So what I'm eating here is a lot of very water-rich foods, which means that I don't really need to drink an awful lot of water. I probably have about 4 cups of water a day. I'm just going to see if I can turn the camera around. No, I can't. Yeah, so most of my water is actually coming from the food that I'm eating. And so I'll show you, this is my family size salad bowl. This morning I'm having 40 ounces of cantaloupe, which is about nearly 3 pounds, I suppose, about the same of papaya, and about nearly a pound of cucumber. And there's a little bit of iceberg lettuce in that pound as well. But I'm going to so enjoy that now. Take a break, and now I'm back to finish my breakfast because I was so full. So here's a great tip for storing cucumbers. Cucumbers don't like being in the fridge, I have found out. They just go all slimy. So if you buy cucumbers in any sort of bulk, and I've been buying them in between 7 and 10 kilo blocks lately, best to store them out of the fridge. So they're a little bit like tomatoes. They're a fruit botanically, and they like a cool, slightly moist condition. So this is what I've done. I've just got them in the box in a cool place with a little bit of absorbent paper underneath and a damp tea towel cloth that I've been putting over the top. So I just wet that slightly Put it over the top like that. And they're very happy. These are actually 1 week old and they're still really, really nice. Really kind of crunchy and delicious and sweet. So there you go. Good tip. Okay, so it's lunchtime. I've been working away all morning and actually it's about 1:30. So this is kind of getting a little bit late for lunch for me, but and I'm starting to get hungry now. I had that big bowl of melon and cucumber and papaya this morning and that just took me right up. I could probably leave it a bit longer, maybe even another hour or two, but I feel like it's time to have a break. It's time to eat lunch. Today I actually wrote down cucumbers, 15 ounces of cucumbers as my green, but I didn't quite have enough. So in this big bowl here, I've got it's probably about half a head of iceberg lettuce, some cucumbers and some celery, and just a small cucumber. And I've got about nearly a pound of white peaches. Actually a bit over a pound. This is 20 ounces, so that's about a pound and a quarter. I've got a bit of mango, and I've also got more mango and frozen banana in here. And I'm going to make a nice cream to go with the other things. So I'm going to blend that up and I'll show you how I go. Oh, this is going to be so yummy. So I'll show you the finished product. Look at that creamy yumminess. I'm going to put it in a bowl and serve it up. I like to find the prettiest bowls I can find. I've got these two lovely bowls here, and I'm going to put some toppings on my ice cream. A little bit of peach on top too. Oh, it looks so pretty. And I'll just make another bowl. And then I usually take a photo of it all. Not quite sure how on earth I'm going to get through all of this today, but I'm going to do my dang best. But yeah, it's just crazy. People say fruit makes you fat. I completely disagree. So I am starting off my dinner tonight with mangoes and these beautiful plums from our tree outside, homegrown plums they are. And I always like to start with a bit of fruit first before my big dinner salad. And this is what my boys are eating for dinner tonight. They're having some pasta, plain pasta, that's what they like. And these lovely purple carrots, beautiful organic cucumbers and iceberg lettuce.
So for my dinner salad, usually I have a big salad every night for dinner, and it's usually after a first course of fruit. I usually leave about half an hour between when I eat the fruit and I eat the salad, just to allow for the fruit to digest before I eat the fats that I'm going to eat on my dinner, because I don't want to cause any fermentation. So tonight's salad has about 25 ounces, actually it has 25 ounces of mixed lettuces, spinach, all sorts of mixed veggies, and then I usually make a dressing. So tonight I'm having avocado, so I've created a beautiful dressing with avocado, a little bit of mustard, just a tiny bit of tamari, and I think there was ginger in there as well. So I just kind of mashed that up in a bowl, put a little bit of water in if I need it, and I'm good to go. So with my salad, I'm also having this lovely it's kind of buffalo cauliflower that I found on the Forks Over Knives recipe app. And basically this is just roasted cauliflower with some nutritional yeast and some almond flour and I've just mixed that up with a few spices like smoked paprika and stuff like that. So you can check that out on the Forks Over Knives recipe app. They have some amazing low-fat vegan recipes, and occasionally I dip into there. So this is I weighed about 6 ounces of cauliflower for this, and I'm definitely going to enjoy that. I know some of you will be wondering about the fact that I'm eating some cooked food, and we'll have the question, is cooked food addictive? And I would say that yes, the more kind of spicy the food you make it, or that tends to make you want to overeat on it. So the only way I include cooked food in my diet now is in a very specific weighed and measured and committed quantity, and I don't go over that amount. But it's interesting because I do notice some compulsion, like wanting to eat more of it, but I don't. And that's because I have a very strong program with strong boundaries around what I commit and what I eat, and that's the way that I deal with it. But it's nice every now and then to have a little bit of cooked food. It's very minimal in my diet, and yeah, I get to enjoy the best of both worlds. So I'm currently eating just about 2,400 calories a day, and I've recently started maintenance. So I was on weight loss for a couple of months to get down to my goal weight of 63 kilos. And now I'm working at maintaining that weight. So I don't want to lose any more weight. So I've been adding food by about 100 to 200 calories over the last month and transitioning to a maintenance diet. I've done this very, very slowly, just so as not to freak my body out and also my mind. I wanted to do it very slowly, and I may go up even further. I'm actually feeling a little bit of hunger, so I may still go up. I'm thinking maybe another 100 or 200 calories per day. And you can see in the nutrient panel that I'm getting all of the nutrients I need from my diet. This is just one day's snapshot, so if there are things that are a little bit low, they usually get corrected over the next week. You can see my protein looks quite low, but in actual fact, I went on the Proteinaholic website calculator, and I calculated that my protein needs are 36 grams a day. So I'm actually getting over and above my protein needs for the day.